Well, at least 5 army personnel who were martyred after terrorist attack in army convoy in Velawar in Jammu and Kashmir's Kathua. 5 other soldiers who are reportedly injured in the attack and are getting medical treatment. According to sources, the terrorists who fired an army vehicle from the top of a hill. They hurled grenades at the vehicle. Security forces retaliated, leading to a fierce gun battle. The attack on the army convoy comes day after the security forces eliminated 6 terrorists in twin encounters reported in 2 different villages of Kulgam. This is the 6th encounter in the last 1 month alone that has been reported. With Jammu and Kashmir's Doda district that was rocked by twin terror attacks on the 11th and the 12th of June. On 11th of June, 6 security personnel were injured and terrorists who attacked a joint checkpost at the Chatargala area where a police personnel was also injured in a gunfight with terrorists at Kota Top in Gandho area on the 12th of June. Following these attacks, security forces have intensified their anti-terror operations and an announced cash reward of 5 lakh each for at least the identification of 4 Pakistani terrorists who believed to have been infiltrated and operated in the said district. Let me straight away go across to Pradeep Datta, Times Now being the only channel that has been reporting from the ground, getting you a live update. Pradeep Datta is there fearlessly reporting. Pradeep, there's another ambush that has now been reported. Tell us about how it happened.
Yes, you rightly said that right now I am at ground zero, Badnota area. This is one of the vehicles that was targeted by terrorists yesterday afternoon at about 3 p.m. Indian Standard Time. The terrorists came from the nearby forest belt. They opened indiscriminate fire. Some of the bullets hit the vehicle, and immediately after that, the army personnel who were sitting inside, they retaliated. This was not the only vehicle that was targeted. Let me show you. The another vehicle that was targeted was that one. That army truck was also targeted by terrorists. Another group of terrorists were sitting there. They came down, they opened indiscriminate fire. Almost they pockmarked that vehicle. They fired more than 50 to 60 rounds, because of which 5 brave hearts lost their lives and 5 others were critically injured. Let me show you. Here also you can see how the modus operandi was. Basically, they wanted to target driver. They wanted to puncture tire, and here also they see one of the bullet is hit this side also. Look at this. This is almost the bullet is pierced this vehicle and gone in. See, modus operandi was to puncture the tires. They punctured all 4 tires so that the vehicle can stop, and after that they can target and inflict maximum casualty. But this time they didn't succeed what actually they were aiming at. And this is not first time when they have tried to use this kind of a modus operandi of targeting brave hearts in such a manner. We have seen that this similar kind of ambush was carried out in Punch last year. After that there was in Surankot. Earlier this year also Air Force convoy was targeted by terrorists, and 1 Air Force personnel was killed, and after that their search operation was conducted in that area. Here also right now the coordinate search operation is continuing. Right now the biggest challenge, let me tell you, the biggest challenge, you look at this area, it's very easy for the politicians to come and politicize issue saying that nothing has changed. This is, look at the rugged terrain. It's very difficult climbing this area. Then you can see the thick dense foliage, then there are natural cave, and then weather keeps on changing. Yesterday after that encounter there was a heavy rainfall, so it was not easy moving inside the forest belt, and always the terrorists try to take advantage of this thick dense foliage, thick dense forest cover, and they hide inside those cave hideouts from where they can keep an eye on each and every moment to avoid any kind of a collateral damage. Our security agencies are taking all sorts of precautionary measures. Let me show you. See the kind of the weaponry they used. They were carrying with them AK rifle, they were carrying with them M4 carbine. This is normally being used by the US forces. Look at this. This is basically a bulletproof sheet. This is a bulletproof sheet, but they were using those steel-coated bullets. That's one of the reasons that the steel-coated bullets were able to pierce through this bulletproof sheet also. And let me show you. Here right now, the senior officers are there on the ground along with the police and the army. They are trying to cordon and search this area. They are looking for each and every plug hole, loophole which can be plugged so that the terrorists can be eliminated. Already the commanders have been conveyed the message loud and clear that this martyrdom of 5 of our brave hearts should neither be forgotten nor should be forgiven. And this killing
absolutely
should be
and we salute when it comes to this brave and the ultimate sacrifice that have been made by our brave hearts. And we know for sure, Pradeep, that it will be avenged by our security forces. That time will also very soon come. As we also talk about, because Pradeep, stay on with us, we'll be going on to a debate where we will have leaders coming in from the opposition as well, and we want you to counter them. But meanwhile, as we talk about the politics over the incident, the opposition which is gunning for the centre, saying that an amicable solution was required for the Jammu and Kashmir security situation, and it could not be found with hollow speeches and fake promises. The BJP, meanwhile, has hit back.
पूरा देश अपने जांबाज वीरों के इस कर्तव्य परायणता को नमन करता है। कायर पाकिस्तानी आतंकवादी छिपकर जिन्होंने पीठ पर वार किया है, इनको इस दुस्साहस की भारी कीमत चुकानी पड़ेगी। इन कायर पाकिस्तानी आतंकवादियों का हमारी सेना ने चुन चुनकर पहले भी सफाया किया है और आगे भी इनके हर षड्यंत्र को विफल किया जाएगा।
देखिए, बहुत दुखद समाचार है। मैं आपके माध्यम से सबसे पहले तो उन जो शहीद हुए हैं उनके परिवारजन को श्रद्धांजलि अपनी पार्टी की तरफ से और अपनी तरफ से भेजना चाहता हूं और साथ साथ ये भी कहना चाहता हूं कि आतंकवाद का सफाया हम कर रहे हैं। जो भी आतंकवादी 2-4 बचे हुए हैं वो बिलबिला के बाहर निकल रहे हैं और इस तरह की जो नापाक हरकतें कर रहे हैं उनको बख्शा नहीं जाएगा। आपने देखा होगा पिछले कुछ दिनों में कई आतंकवादियों को हमने मौत की सलाखों में भेज दिया और आगे आने वाले दिनों में ऐसे लोग जो आतंकवाद को बढ़ावा दे रहे हैं उनके सरगना, स्लीपर सेल और आतंकवादियों को बख्शेंगे नहीं।
नरेंद्र मोदी के राज में हम ये देख रहे हैं कि जो इंटरनल सिक्योरिटी से जो कॉम्प्रोमाइजेस हैं और उग्र राष्ट्रवाद के नाम पे ये सरकारें बनी 14 में 19 में, लेकिन आतंकवादी घटनाओं में कोई भी कमी नहीं आई। नोट बदली गई, कहा गया कि साल से आतंकवाद रुक जाएगा। बड़े बड़े हथियारों के डील हुए, कहा साल से आतंकवाद रुक जाएगा। लेकिन हम देख रहे हैं कि पूरे मुल्क में आतंकवादी घटनाओं में कोई कमी नहीं आ रही है। तो पूरे तरीके से जो डिफेंस की पॉलिसी है, इंटरनल सिक्योरिटी है, इसमें ये सरकार पूरे तरीके से फेल है।
In the meantime, let's get a quick update as far as Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh is concerned, because he has also expressed his condolences when it comes to the loss of lives of our 5 brave hearts. And he goes on to say, and I quote, that I'm deeply anguished at the loss of lives of our brave Indian Army soldiers in a terrorist attack in Badnota, Kathua in Jammu and Kashmir. My deepest condolences to the bereaved families. The nation stands firm with them in this difficult time. The counter-terrorist operations are underway and our soldiers are determined to usher in peace and order in the region. I pray for the speedy recovery to those who sustained injuries in this dastardly terror attack. As far as Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh is concerned, well, let me take that forward to Dr. Nikul Patel is with us. Pradeep Datta also continues to be with us. Dr. Patel, sir, is this a point to politicize? We've lost 5 of our brave hearts, sir. This is a time to mourn, and also when it comes to braving, when it comes to the sacrifices that have been made by them, sir. Why politicize?
See, firstly, really whatever incident happened is not good. We also are with the family of the Jawans who had died in that incident. Secondly, we are not here to politicize the thing, but definitely as what always we need to see or check the internal securities that are with our country at any point, whether it is Jammu Kashmir or whether it is Assam or Northeast. Now, what claims definitely government is making, we have to draw their attention, and that is why we feel that such incidents should not happen in the future, and that is why we want to make the government aware, as they always make claim that we are all good, all is well everywhere. But sometimes we can see that, and such incidents happening continuously, and this is the 5th incident as per what you are also showing on your TV. So it's not good for our country. That is what we want to say. We are not politicizing it.
Right, but to raise when it comes to the issue and calling it as just false promises that have been made and hollow speeches that have been made. My colleague Pradeep Datta is there, sir. He's there at the spot as he is reporting, and he's right next to that army vehicle that was ambushed. Pradeep, what do you want to say as far as on the opposition lines are concerned? Because they have been raising issues saying that it is not good for the security situation and the picture that is being tried to show of normalcy in Jammu and Kashmir.
See, opposition party leader need to understand one thing, that the Pakistan is continuing with its strategy of bleeding India 1,000 cuts. As Zebra can't change its stripes, so is the case with the Pakistan also. They are not going to change their strategy. Till last gun is here, you can't have peace. But if you look at the overall situation in Jammu and Kashmir, after abrogation of Article 370, after 2019, we have seen a sea change. Look at, there is screeching halt to the stone pelting incident. Cinema halls have opened. Nightlife has started in Kashmir. Nobody would have thought of just moving out in Kashmir Valley after 6 p.m. But now the nightlife is going going on, especially in the downtown area. You can see the cricket being played in fields till late in the night. And not only that, G20 summit was held. Besides this, the cinema halls, nobody would have thought that cinema halls that were closed in 90 because of gun culture sponsored from across the border will be opened. Now the cinema halls are also running. So you can't say that the things have not changed. Yes, there had been change in the Pakistan strategy. This time they are trying to shift the focus of terror from the Kashmir Valley. Theatre of terror has shifted towards the mountains of the Jammu region. They had done this thing in late 90s and 2000 when there was a Congress and the National Conference government. That time also this used to happen, that they used to carry out the communal massacre. There used to be several attacks in the Doda region. So now once again they are trying to revive their terror-related activity because our security forces continue to dominate scene in Kashmir Valley. So they can't directly confront them. So the easy way and the best way is to target innocent unarmed people or target our brave-hearts in the areas where they are least expected. And right now there are about 110 foreign terrorists there operating. But if you look at the number of the local terrorists, that has come down. Very few youngsters are now joining terror rank. The best gift in fact, this government has given to the mothers of Kashmir Valley is that they no more have the tears in their eyes.
When it comes to the pictures of normalcy, that questions are being raised over that. Don't you believe that such kind of terror attacks only mean and only signify that how rattled Pakistan and Pakistani operative terrorists are? Because, however, when it comes to such kind of comments that also come in from Mallikarjun Kharge, where he says that PR becomes an aim, gathering security intelligence through statecraft becomes a casualty, sir. Why is that Pakistan is never called out?
See, firstly, if everything is going back to normalcy, that is good part, and that is what is expected in a democratic country, that each and every corner of the country must be safe, whosoever the government is. But as what Mallikarjun rightly stated, that see, whenever something is happening and then we make it out that, okay, fine, it is due to this. See, giving the justification and giving the reason is not the solution for any event that happened. We must always prevent the event.
Let me get a quick counter from Ruchika Agarwal also joining in. She's joining us late right now. But ma'am, good morning to you. Looking at such kind of a situation, however, unfortunately, we've lost our brave Jawans. What do you have to say to the opposition who are calling it as false promises and hollow speeches?
First of all, I would like to take my condolences to the great martyrs that we've lost, firstly. And secondly, wishing quick recovery to all the people who were injured in the attack. Secondly, when we were just waiting for Congress, anybody from Congress to politicize this event, the entire attack. We were waiting, and suddenly Mr. Kharge's tweet came in. This is not the first time that Congress has tried to politicize the attacks on the army. They have put up questions on army, they put up questions on 370, they put up questions on surgical strike, they put up questions on Navy. The only thing that Congress does is to demoralize our Indian army, demoralize the Jawans, standing there for our security on the border day and night in the worst of the temperatures and worst of situations.
Well, that I believe is one thing that all of us can be united and have be on the same page, and that is that we know for sure that in the coming few hours this attack would be avenged, as far as losing of our 5 brave Jawans and others being injured as well. Very soon we will be hearing from the Indian Army that the attack has been avenged, and all of these terrorists responsible for such cowardly terror attacks, they have been neutralized. Thank you very much, Ruchika ji and Dr. Patel, for joining in. Pradeep, thank you very much. Pradeep Datta, fearlessly reporting from the ground, getting us those live updates from the site itself.